Hello guys, Fearmaky here, bringing you a brand new video on Genshin Impact. This game absolutely blew my mind when I first started watching trailers for it. This brought back so many memories on games like Fable, Zelda, Breath of the Wild, you name it. I mean, even as far back as Link to the Past. If you love exploration, if you love puzzle solving, if you just love a beautifully crafted world and the ability to go anywhere, climb anything, and the combat is so smooth. If you like this game, if you like that type of game, you're going to absolutely love Genshin Impact. Instead of me telling you what the game is about, let me show it to you and what appealed to me the most.
So, what you're trying to say is that you fell here from another world? But when you wanted to leave and go on to the next world, your path was blocked by some unknown god?
Outlanders, your journey ends here. Who are you? The sustainer of heavenly principles. The arrogation of mankind ends now.
Give my sister back! And just like that, the god took away my sister. Some kind of seal was cast upon me, and I lost my power. So while we used to travel from world to world, we are now trapped here. How many years ago was it? I don't know. But I intend to find out. When I woke, I was all alone, until I met you 2 months ago.
Yeah, Paimon really owes you for that. Otherwise, Paimon likely would have drowned. So Paimon will do her best to be a great guide. We should head off. Let's get going.
So there you have it. From the moment I watched that trailer, I was hooked. I mean, I used to travel the world with my sister, and now we got split up, and now I'm trapped in this world. I need to know where she is, and I want to rescue her. I want to find out what's going on. That to me right there was awesome to see that. To see that trailer got me engaged, got me involved. It made me feel like I was part of the world immediately. And went on to this adventure now to try to figure out what's going on. And what I gathered so far from the game is there's 2 regions, Mondstadt and Leyue. And I've been playing for 6 days now. And there's probably over 60 hours, 100 hours of gameplay that we could do in these 2 regions. And the game just keeps getting better and better. Every day I play, I learn more. I learn more about the items, the artifacts, the talents, the classes, and there's hundreds of content creators out there creating content for the game. But I'm just so engaged with how beautiful the world is. Exploring, I want to get everything. I want to earn everything. I want to be able to, explore the entire map. Be able to get to the end game, which I don't even know what that is yet. Is it going to be the Spire Abyss? We're going to get into all of that in future videos. But I just wanted to let you guys know what I have experienced so far is something you guys should not pass up the opportunity. The game is free to play. It runs smoothly on your computer. I have no issues running it. It is locked at 60 frames. Okay, you do have to be online the entire time to play it. But other than that, it's an amazing game. There is a battle pass that's involved with the game that unlocks at adventure level 20. But, you get easily 20, 30 hours of gameplay, depending on how much exploration you're doing, before you even get introduced to that. And I highly recommend getting the battle pass. I got it. I definitely support the game. I want to support the devs. And I have not reached any paywall, anything like that with the game that's preventing me to progress, or I feel like I have to invest money in it to progress. I'm not that familiar with the gacha system in games like this. I mean, with free-to-play games, you automatically assume that there's going to be a huge paywall or content that's gated behind a payment system. And so far, the way Genshin Impact has done it does not affect the game in a negative way whatsoever to me. And the battle pass is, I think a very good idea for this game and what it brings, to you. You don't have to get it, but I highly recommend you do because you get additional currency, etc. Aside from that, I have not really dived into the shop as much to try to get other heroes or whatever else is there because I'm so engaged in the game itself. I'm sure there's people out there spending a lot of money on it just to test things out, I guess, but there's absolutely no need to do that, and I would not do that if I was you. There is also multiplayer that unlocks at adventure rank 16. I have not done any multiplayer yet with anybody, but from what I've seen, they are going to be introducing a lot of quality of life features for the multiplayer, as well as the party system in the game, which is allow you to bind a hotkey to switch fluidly between parties without going to the menu, and I'm very looking forward to that. But yeah, that's what I have so far, guys. Let me show you the map here so you can see the two regions and how big the world is. So on the top right, you have the Mondstadt region, and on the bottom left, you have Lenyu region, the Leia region. And just these two regions alone has been, more than enough gameplay for the past 6 days I've been playing. And I easily have another 50 plus hours I think I'm going to put into the game, if not more. Ultimately my goal is to reach endgame and see what it's about, see what the meta is, which classes are the best and the most efficient. As you can see here from the combat that I'm doing on this vault quest that we were on, the ability to put the wet debuff on the mobs, electrocute them, set them on fire and freeze them to create different elements, like overloaded, electrocharged, all of that just makes the combat really interesting to me. I'll get into all of that in another video on the classes I use and the elements I choose to go for. But you can see just briefly from from what I'm doing, crystallizing superconduct, overloading, electrocharging, just everything is happening here, which allows you to dish out some huge burst damage onto the targets. And this is with minimal, information on the game. I've looked at some videos, but I spent most of my time just playing and trying to learn things on my own. And as I go through the game, I'll let you guys, I'll show you guys as well what has worked for me and what hasn't worked for me. And hopefully you guys can relate to what I'm doing. You know, being a new player to the genre of, you know, anime type games, and in this game in general, you know, how it could be easier for you guys. I know a lot of people has been putting out meta class lists, but you know, there's been a lot of controversy with that. Some people says it's good, some people says it's bad, you know, but majority of the people say all the classes are very viable. It all depends on how you build them. But I'll be coming out with guides and videos on what you should and shouldn't do, and what I learned from my mistakes, and hopefully you guys don't have to make them and spend a lot of currency on them, you know, like I did. And if you guys enjoy the content, if you guys are interested in Genshin Impact and you believe that you can gain something from my channel and from my videos, I'd be more than happy to create more content and more video for you guys, and guides, hopefully in the future. And we can all learn and become better at the game. There is a lot of new content planned for the game, which is part of the reason why I also made this video, so people can see. You know, many of my friends asking, well, what else is there to do in the game after the 2 regions and after the storylines? Well, I'll leave you guys here with the last bit of the video showing the brand new announcement that miHoYo, the company, released, which is showcasing you know, the next chapters and acts into the game, which, you know, captures on 6 new regions, that I'll put it up here on the stream for you guys right now to see. Okay, but I hope you guys enjoy it. Take a look at the 6 regions here and look at the video, and if you guys like the content, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Roll deep. Peace.
We had no time to say goodbye, so let's not call it that.
The war has already begun. It is just a continuation of past battles. The gods goad us on with the promise of their 7 treasures, rewards for the worthy, the doorway to divinity. Yet buried in the depths of this world lies smoldering remains, a warning to those that dare trespass. That throne in the sky is not reserved for you. But mortal arrogation never stops. None will escape the flames. See for yourself. The dragon who defended Mondstadt for a millennium finally faces his perturbation. What does freedom really mean when demanded of you by a god? The god of contracts, senselessly slaughtered as his people watched on in horror. In the end, he will sign the contract to end all contracts. In the secluded land of the immortal Shogun, the Bakufu rules eternal. But what do mortals see of the eternity chased after by their god? The god of wisdom's enemy is wisdom itself, and the oasis of knowledge is a mirage in the desert of ignorance. In the city of scholars, there is a push for folly, yet the god of wisdom makes no argument against it. The god of justice lives for the spectacle of the courtroom, seeking to judge all other gods. But even she knows not to make an enemy of the divine. The rules of war are woven in the womb. The victors shall burn bright, while the losers must turn to ash. When the god of war shares this secret with the traveler, it is because she has her reasons. She is a god with no love left for her people, nor do they have any left for her. Her followers hope only to be on her side when the day of her rebellion against the divine comes at last. In the perpetual meantime of a sheltered eternity, most are content to live and not to dream. But in the hidden corners where the god's gaze does not fall, there are those who dream of dreaming. Some say a few are chosen and the rest are dregs. But I say we humans have our humanity. We will defy this world with a power from beyond. Now, you who has set foot in this world, your journey has reached its end, but one final doorway remains. Step forth if you have understood the meaning of your journey. Defeat me, command me to step aside. Show me that you are worthier than I to rescue her. Then, the threads of all fate will be yours to reweave. My memory has all but faded completely, but I will always remember how much she too loved these flowers.
I was angry before, but I circled the drain in my mind. I can't find. Don't let the sun go down.
There you have it, guys. Thank you very much for watching the video. Please don't forget to comment, like, and smash that subscribe button, alright? Till the next time, roll deep. Woo!